Today, we're checking fluids. We have engine oil, radiator fluid, brake fluid, automatic transmission fluid, power steering fluid, and windshield washer fluid. Engine oil is important because it keeps your engine lubricated. Without it, your engine will seize up or blow up. First, make sure your car is parked on a flat, level surface. Then, locate the oil dipstick, pull the dipstick out, wipe it off, and reinsert it all the way down. Pull it out a second time and hold the dipstick horizontal to check the fluid level. The oil level should be between the minimum and maximum fill levels. If it is low, add oil in small increments through the oil fill cap until it is near the full level. Usually, 1 quart will increase the fluid level from the low mark to the full mark. Check your owner's manual to see what kind of oil you should be using. Also, check the viscosity index and make sure you are using the correct viscosity for your climate. Coolant is a mixture of water and antifreeze. Antifreeze is added to lower the temperature that the water can freeze at. Generally, water and antifreeze are mixed at a 50-50 ratio. This can vary depending on your climate. Check your owner's manual to find out what mixture you need for your climate. The best time to check your coolant is in the morning when the car is completely cooled off. Do not attempt to do this to a car that is still hot or even warm. Use a coolant tester to see what temperature your coolant mixture can handle. Make sure the coolant reservoir is filled to the full cold mark. Your car's brake system is one of the most important safety features, and the brake fluid is the crucial component that allows your brakes to function correctly. Over time, brake fluid can become contaminated and lose its effectiveness, leading to reduced brake performance, longer stopping distances, and even brake failure. Here we see the brake fluid reservoir. There is a minimum level and a maximum level. As long as it is above the minimum and below the maximum levels, leave it how it is and do not add fluid. If you do fill it to the max level, when you get your brakes changed, the extra thickness in the pads will cause the pistons to get pushed back in, and some of that extra fluid will end up back in this reservoir. That will cause your brake fluid level to go over the maximum fill level, and you'll have to siphon some of that back out. So once again, as long as it is over the minimum level and below the maximum level, do not add fluid to the brake fluid reservoir. If you do notice that you are getting close to the minimum level, have your brakes inspected to make sure that they are not almost completely worn out. If you do need to add fluid, simply remove the cap and add some brake fluid, and then replace the cap. If your brake fluid is dark like this and not clear like new fluid, you may want to consider flushing out all of your brake fluid and getting some fresh fluid put in there. Your car's automatic transmission is a complex system that requires proper maintenance and care to perform correctly. The transmission fluid is the lifeblood of your transmission, providing lubrication, cooling, and hydraulic pressure to ensure smooth gear shifting and optimal performance. Over time, your transmission fluid can become contaminated or break down, leading to reduced transmission performance, rough shifting, and even transmission failure. Now we're going to check out our transmission fluid. Here's the transmission fluid dipstick. Let's go ahead and pull this out. We can see the color on the transmission fluid from the dipstick is kind of dark, so I'll use a reference of fresh transmission fluid to see what the color is supposed to look like. We can see that the new fluid is reddish pink and clean, and the old fluid is sort of a burnt color. So now we need to check the transmission fluid level. In order to check the transmission fluid level, we need to turn the car on and cycle it through all the gears, starting with park, reverse, neutral, drive, and then back to park. Leave the engine idling, and then we'll be able to pull the dipstick out and check the fluid level. So we can see that our fluid level is over here towards the bottom of the cold side. If this vehicle was hot after driving for a while, we would be measuring the fluid level from the hot side. Obviously, there is a hot minimum and a hot maximum fluid level, as well as a cold minimum and a cold maximum fluid level. So our fluid level is at the correct level. It is at the cold minimum level. We just started the car, everything's cold, so this is where it needs to be at. Your car's power steering system makes it easy for you to maneuver your vehicle by assisting with steering effort, especially at low speeds. Power steering fluid is the crucial component that allows your power steering to work. Over time, your power steering fluid can become contaminated and break down, leading to reduced power steering performance, increased steering effort, and even power steering pump failure. Here is our power steering fluid reservoir. You can see on the side here that we have the hot fill marks and the cold fill marks. If you're checking your car while it's cold first thing in the morning, you'll go off of the cold fill marks. If you just got done driving it, you'll go off of the hot fill marks. Some of these will have a dipstick inside of the cap, so you'll just take the cap off and you'll check it there. And if you are low on fluid, just add some power steering fluid through the top. Place your cap back on and twist it until it's secure. Your windshield wiper fluid plays a crucial role in keeping your windshield clean, free of dirt, debris, and other contaminants. It's essential to make sure that your wiper fluid reservoir is filled with the right fluid to maintain optimal visibility while driving. Check out some of our other videos to keep your car in great shape. Consider subscribing. And thanks for watching. Dude, we can fix it.